Whether you own a serger or not, the Pfaff sewing machines have a great amount of stitches that can simulate an overlock stitch. You're looking for any stitch that jumps over to the right of the fabric, and that's what's going to make the fabric no longer unravel, especially if you're going to wash it or handle it. And some fabrics just naturally want to just molt and unravel lots. So this foot, foot number 3, as it advises you to use, has a little red marker that's adjustable. So what I like to do is have people move that marker so it's lined up with that little straight pin. That straight pin is what keeps the stitches from not curling or making your fabric not lay nice and flat when it's done. So if you've ever sewed just with a regular foot and not got a great result, you need to use a foot with a pin in there to kind of support the stitch. So all you need to do is, when we go to set it up, is run the marker right along the edge of the fabric. So super easy. This does have the dual feed opening, so make sure that that is engaged when you start to sew. Most of the time I just leave the settings the way they come up. So whatever width and length it starts with, go ahead and leave it. You do have a normal tension here. Now let me show you, because you're trying to get exactly right on the edge or near the edge of the fabric, use the presser foot down button 2 times. So I'm going to push it down, and then if I push it again, that foot pops up, and now my fabric is loose. Now I can really get it to be started right where I want the stitch to be aligned. So I'm noticing that the needle is going nicely over that little pin. The fabric's coming out nice and flat in the back, and I'm going to just kind of guide the fabric. So I don't even have to do a lot of work, just guide the fabric right next to that mark on the foot. So this should give us a little idea. And anytime you need to do anything to overlock the edge, there are quite a few stitches for you to use. And look how perfect and flat that turns out when you get the sewing machine set up exactly the way you need it. Next, we're going to do an overcast and seam stitch. We'll use one of the other stitches where we'll actually sew like some ribbing on to a curved edge, like a neckline.